Welcome to me and you outside. I am out here in the woods here in the Ozarks. It's squirrel season. Now I only go squirrel hunting about once or twice a year. That's all I ever do. I'm not a big squirrel hunter. I love hunting them. I love eating them. But you're just out here with the ticks and chiggers this time of the year. I'm a little late in the morning. I like to get out here earlier than this, but I had things I had to do. But I'm going to go try to shoot a couple squirrels. Hopefully get half a dozen, so it'd be nice. I'm hunting with my little... I got a 17 right here, a Savage, a little Savage 17. Pretty good little gun, pretty accurate. But we'll see what happens here. Let's go see if we can shoot some squirrels here in the Ozarks. Bad shot. Sorry, buddy. That's an old one too. That'll be good. Dumplings right there. Right here at the truck. Just saw a squirrel sitting over there. Looking at me. I shot him offhand about 45 yards. I got him, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yep, here he is. Yeah, that's a good squirrel hunt. I shot 5, but one of them hung up in a tree and I couldn't get him. He did not fall out. He stuck up there somehow 30 feet up. That happens sometimes squirrel hunting. They get hung in a fork or something. You know, cat, there's nothing you do about it. But I did wind up with these 4 right here. Big fox squirrel right there. That's a big one, big female. Nice young grays. Those will be good eating. I think I'm gonna take these, 3 of these I'm gonna give to a friend of mine. And I'm going to take the heads of these young squirrels right here. I'm going to skewer them on a hot dog skewer. And I'm going to cook them over an open fire. Just the heads. And I want to do that because it's just kind of interesting to eat the brains and the parts of a squirrel head that you can eat that people don't know about. You eat the tongue, you eat the brains. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to build a fire, cook them on a skewer or a stick. Haven't decided which. But and cook some squirrel heads on an open fire. If you want to stay tuned and watch that. But I'll take these home, get them cleaned, get them skinned out, get some of them delivered to a friend of mine, and get on a fire, get a fire going, and eat some squirrel. Stay right there. All right, I got my fire going right here, as you can see. I got a pretty good fire right there. I have got my squirrels on a hot dog skewer right here, okay? That is 2 squirrel heads right there. I'm gonna cook them together. I got them skewered on there, I believe pretty good. We're gonna find out here. So I'm gonna hold them over this fire here and cook them. It's gonna take probably about 15 minutes. I'm gonna make sure they're done. I don't want no medium rare squirrel brains. But I'll get to cooking them here and we're gonna see what they look like and we are gonna find out what they taste like. starting to cook just a little bit around the edges. See the blood coming out of there? That's a good sign. A little brown on top there. I've got to cook them slow though, so I'm going to cook them slow. All right, I got these squirrel. The hedge is cooking above the fire there. Got me a little rigging right there, a little stick of wood holding that skewer in place. Don't want to get too close to the fire because I want them heads to cook at a fairly slow pace. I'll turn them here in just a minute, let them cook. You see blood coming out of them. Again, that's a good sign. That means they're cooking. It's a really good sign. Shouldn't take them over, I'm going to say 15 minutes at the most. We'll pull them off of there and eat them. Oh, what I have here is I have a plate. I have a brain fork. That's just a little bitty fork right there. I call it a brain fork. I got a butter knife. That's to smash the back of the head of that squirrel. Of course, I got a little salt here. And I got both my heads. I'm just letting them cool down a little bit. They're pretty hot. Won't take them but a second. We'll pound on them here in a minute. Eat those tongues. See what this all tastes like. These are my squirrel heads. A little burnt nose on it right there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What you got to do with these squirrel heads is you gotta eat some of this meat off the jaws here, because it's hard to break them apart without eating some of the meat off the jaws. The jaw meat of a squirrel. Kind of sounds gross and all that stuff, but it's actually really good eating, folks. I know it sounds crazy, but I can't make a lot of noise chewing food because my son will get mad at me. He will lose his mind if he hears me chomping, chewing, smacking. He actually probably fast forwards it through my eating. Some of y'all do too, but getting all this meat off here. Some of it's dry. It's dry like a jerky. Okay. I'm going to pull this apart here. There, I just pulled it apart. The upper and the lower jaw. I got the tongue in here. Just one piece right here is the tongue. Right here. That is the tongue of a squirrel, folks, right there. That's the tongue of a squirrel. I know it sounds crazy to eat this stuff, but I like cow tongue, so I'll eat it. This is just a squirrel tongue. You know, the Indians didn't let food go to waste at all. They ate all this stuff. Now I'm going to bust these brains, this head open, and get these brains out. I'll show you what I do here. There's the brain. That's the brain of the squirrel right there. Let me pick it out of here. I like to get it out in one piece, but sometimes it's hard because it's held in there with a stem. And so it's hard to get the whole thing at once, but I got a good fork of it right here. That's a good fork of squirrel brains right there. Came right out of that cavity right there, that head. There's still some in there and I'll fish it out here. You know, it's just crazy how good that is. I took some of this to my church one time. I did a video on that. I had some people of our church try squirrel brains. And I couldn't believe it, how good it was. Most of them wouldn't try it, obviously, but the ones that would liked it. It was a good piece of squirrel brain. That's why I say a squirrel's got a pretty big brain for such a little animal. It's amazing to me. And I've done videos on eating squirrel heads before. It's not my first one. Y'all know that. Some of you do. Some of you, it's the first time you ever see me eat a squirrel head. See that white brain? I know y'all don't have to sit here and watch me eat this squirrel, but it's really good. Well, I got one more piece. I'm gonna finish this off. It's been fun. I've enjoyed this squirrel hunting this morning. That was pretty fun. And so there you go. Appreciate you sticking with me on this video. Appreciate you watching my channel, guys. I really do. I appreciate it. You subscribe to the channel. Thank you for doing that. Hit that like button if you don't care. Thumbs up. All that stuff helps with the algorithm, and it helps them push my channel out there to more people. And when you comment, it does the same thing. And I appreciate the comments. Even if you just said on there, hey, it's still considered a comment. It doesn't matter if it's this long or it's this long. And it makes it kind of nice. So thank you for the comments. But all I have to say is, wherever you're at in this whole world, my friends, have a good morning, good day, good night, because another video will be coming right around the corner.